What's up, everyone? You can see I've got stuff out that I haven't had out in a while. And so it's Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to work on something that I usually don't do on this channel. You guys know how, think about in your life, how people around you, people, whether it's a relative or friends or friends of friends, but do you know how those people tend to, there's people all around you that tend to gravitate toward you when they need new tires, or they're thinking about buying a TV, or maybe they want to buy a new computer, or in many of our cases, there's an issue with their car's paint. You know what I'm talking about? I bet you a lot of you guys are shaking your head. The ones that don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably the ones that make really stupid comments on YouTube and don't know that you're the one making the stupid comment. But basically what I have to work on today is my sister-in-law's Pathfinder, Nissan Pathfinder. Well, she hit her mailbox for the second time. So she snuck over here. She didn't want my brother-in-law to know, so she snuck over here on Sunday under the guise that they were coming to hang out with the kids. So I have the car in the bay here. I'm probably not going to be able to get it out. I mean, it's actually dented into the paint, but I thought it'd be cool. I'll set the camera up, grab my polisher, spend 15-20 minutes, and work on the scratch. So we're going to work on that today. Getting that out as much as we can, making it look as good as we can. Again, it's scratched through the clear, through the color, and it's dented the paint. So there's a big giant squiggle mark on the rear fender. So we're gonna just play with it, see if we can improve it a little bit. And I think, well, she's not looking. There's a big big dealership badge on the back, so we'll take that off too. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to waterless wash it. So I'll waterless wash. I'm not washing the freaking car. I got to wash Michelle's car, so maybe I'll do that later tonight. Her car hasn't been washed in a month and a half since Jared was down here and he did it for me. So waterless wash with a microfiber tech waterless, what I call a waterless wash towel. I think they call it waterless wash towels too. Extremely heavy pile. I think it's almost 800 GSM, dual-sided. So we'll use that. Go do a quick auto scrub. So nanoskin auto scrub. I'll use some detail spray. I don't have any nanoskin or glide mixed up. So I'll just grab some detail spray. It's just a small section. Microfiber terry towel. And people ask me, what do you mean terry towel? How can you have microfiber and a terry towel in the same? Well, it's the brand. The rag company calls it a microfiber terry towel because it looks like a terry towel. 320 GSM lower pile towel, and then I've got a Meguiar's 5-inch finishing pad on my Rupes LHR 15 Mark II. So I have my Mark II out. I didn't realize I'd scratch this thing up. I guess it's from setting it down. So I've got a microfiber cutting pad, and I'm probably just going to roll with some S3 Gold. I've got Jescar Heavy Correction Compound as well out, and I've got some 105 and 105. I'll probably just roll with this. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. The rest of the car's jacked up anyway. And then we'll finish real quickly with some perfect finish. And I'll use we'll probably just use a yellow pad because I have one here ready to roll. I mean, yellow, white, really doesn't matter. I'm thinking this. So naturally you want to blow out your pad. So nothing real crazy here. Just gonna go prep the fender. I'm not even gonna get my crappy air compressor out. Again, this is a really small section on a car that really doesn't, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to see what kind of improvement we can make. So anyway, let's go get cracking on it. So here's what we're working with. Here's our scratch. You can see, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see really well, but the scratch is actually gouged, and when you can feel it with your nail. So some of this, like this section, is probably going to come out, and then there's some parts through the paint. So it's certainly going to improve it. This section here is all you can actually feel it physically dented in. So this part isn't coming out, but it's definitely going to look better than it looks now. She's probably still going to want to paint it. It's through the clear back here. And then it looks like, yeah, she hit the taillight too, so maybe we'll do a quick little cleanup on that and see what we can get. All right, so let's just do a quick waterless wash of this panel, taillight. You know, and again, this thing is probably all swirled out, but just a regular car. You know, regularly cared for car. And so I'm just gonna do a quick wipe down just to get all the dirt out of the way so I'm not picking anything up in my pad. I just don't want to be carrying around, like, you know, if I was a production detailer, I would just roll with it from here, but if, I don't want to be carrying dirt around, dragging dirt around on the paint when I'm compounding. So there we go, I got it clean. So now let's auto scrub it. While I'm at it, I should take these door killers off. Oh shoot. Anytime you see that, you know bad news. Gosh. Get out of here. So this is a Nanoskin Glide, or I'm sorry, Nanoskin Auto Scrub Medium. We're gonna try to fix the taillight too. So let's clean this up. Yeah, I love these 320 GSM towels so much better. I like them so much better than using the heavier pile stuff. You know, conventional wisdom would say you use more, you know, a thicker, plusher towel, and it'll do a better job. The problem is they just push water around. They don't pick it up like we'd like. And so just for color coding, just because I'm anal like that, I like to use red for a detail spray. All right, so we're ready to polish. Priming the pad. A short stint there where I didn't do it. You guys called me out on it. So I did some more research. I think it makes sense. So for those of you guys who haven't watched my videos or are new to the channel, you know, priming the pad is something that the idea is to coat and get product, or get the polish. I don't like saying product. It sounds very jargony to me. Get the polish in all the fibers. And then we'll put a couple of squirts here. And then we're good to go. All right, so I'm gonna crank this up a little bit. I'm on like 4.5. All right, so just kind of put it around. I got a little more on here than I would like. Spread it around a little bit. I don't like the speed. So I'm going to run it back at 4. This thing's hard to handle at speed of 5 or 4 and 4.5. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's too deep to really do any good. Let's see what we're working with here. Fight my pad there. I think that pad's gonna get thrown in the trash. I mean, we certainly improved the main, the bottom area, but I mean, the paint is actually chipped away. And then I was able to improve it here, but it's still, I mean, it's deep enough to feel with your finger, so I kind of figured it was too deep to do anything about. I mean, you can see the paint being dented in. And so this section here improved quite a bit. And we could sit here and grind on it and try to level it out, but I mean, she's gonna have to have this fender repainted. So I'm gonna get the perfect finish and just do a quick little finishing over it. Then I can say to you guys who yell at me all the time for not never doing anything, only working on good, clean cars. This is why. You can't detail mailbox hits. It just doesn't work. All right, so let's prime up our perfect finish. Credit to Todd Cooperrider. I mean, I've had perfect finish in my cart at Detailer's Domain about 5,000 times in the past. But when I went to Esoteric, and perfect finish is their go-to polish, and then I got a chance to really use it. I'm a huge fan. Of course, we did a single step perfect finish on the GT350. It just has a great cut and finish. I'm going to run it at 4. So I'm putting about 10 pounds of pressure, 8 to 10 pounds of pressure on the pad. Just letting the polisher do the work. Flip the towel around, even though I don't think you really have to worry about it. I would use a different towel if I were really jeweling up or finishing a car. Well, at least we got the tail light cleaned up. Rest of it, not so much. But this will be the shiniest part of the car right here. It feels good. Not quite the result I was hoping for. On camera, it looks a lot more dented than in person, but so we have a slight improvement to the bottom. The scratch isn't quite as noticeable. But like I said, again, the denting in person doesn't look as dramatic. But we did improve this a little bit. But this we probably made look worse. So here's our Bill Ray Nissan ad. Bill Ray Nissan, where we meet all your car needs. Oh no, sorry, we do it the right way. Let's see here. This might just pull off with my fingernail. Yeah. And we're just using an adhesive remover. I should debadge it. I probably wouldn't want that. Plus, I don't want to spend that time. I'd rather wash Michelle's Tahoe. Go get the waterless wash, and then we'll get some 3M adhesive remover and clean this off. It's kind of nice working on cars where you don't have to worry about scratching it. It's already scratched. This has been sitting for a long time, so this is Auto Finesse Obliterate. I'm just going to spray a little on here. And once I finish this, I'll put a little wax on that side too. This is a real easy badge to take off. Much easier than this. So, yeah, I would break out the 3M for the Pathfinder badge, but for this, notice it's coming off pretty easily. A couple of passes and we'll have all this off. So at least we accomplished one of our 2 tasks. So Uncle Matty got one thing right. Let's just eraser it so we can put some wax on here. If I was a really good brother-in-law, I'd actually open this up, clean it all off, but I'm not. So this is just a oil remover, residue remover that you would use to get the wax, or to prep for a wax or a sealant. And you could use isopropyl alcohol, but this stuff smells so good. The smell is good enough to make it worth it. I'm just gonna put some power lock on here and be done with it. All right, so I guess I didn't hit record, but just putting power. I just put a little Power Lock Plus and just, put it on the paint like so. We'll let that sit for a minute or 2, and then, or 5 minutes, and I'll wipe it off. So let's take our power lock off. At least you can feel this part of the car and marvel at the softness of it. What the heck is that? I didn't even notice you hit it with something there. I didn't even notice that part. And then, of course, we don't have our Nissan advertisement anymore. Clean. Thanks for watching this episode of Unobsessed Garage, and almost fixed, but not even close. Anyway, stay tuned for more crazy. Because what happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor.